In the small, unassuming village of Belmez de la Moraleda, nestled in the rolling hills of Spain, a modest house held a secret so eerie that it drew visitors from around the world. Maria, the elderly widow who lived there, had always kept her home immaculated clean. The house was a sanctuary. It was her sanctuary, a place where she felt safe even in her solitude. But one summer day in 1971, everything changed. Maria was sweeping the floor in the kitchen when she noticed something odd. Beneath years of worn stone tiles, a faint outline seemed to emerge, like the shape of a face pressed against a window. She scrubbed furiously, assuming it was just a stubborn stain. But as she worked, the outline became cleaner and more clear. The hollow eyes, the gaping mouth, had an expression twisted in agony. Terrified, Maria called her son Miguel. He dismissed it as a figment of her imagination. Still, to ease her worry, he replaced the tile with fresh cement. For a time, the house returned to normal, but not for long. Days later, a new face appeared, etched in the same haunting detail as the first. This time, it wasn't just one. There were two, smaller, as thought as a child and an elder, crying out loud from the stone itself. The faces grew more vivid by the day. Word spread quickly throughout the village. Neighbors came to see the phenomenon for themselves, and soon paranormal investigators arrived. Some claimed the faces were a hoax, while others insisted they were supernatural manifestations. Theories ranged from spirits trapped in the house to memories of atrocities embedded in the very earth. When Maria dug deeper into the history of her home, she learned something that chilled her to the bone. The house had been built over the medieval burial site. Skeletons lay just a few feet beneath her floor, many of them mangled as if they had suffered violent deaths. Despite the gruesome discovery, Maria refused to leave. The faces multiplied, appearing not just on the floor but on the walls, ceilings, and even in her bedroom. They seemed to move, one day contorted in pain, the next wearing a sinister smirk. At night, she swore she could hear faint whispers, like the voices of lost souls begging for release. As the years passed, the house became a local legend. Paranormal researchers brought in cameras, recording equipment, and even chemical analysis tools. None could explain the phenomenon definitely. Some reported ghostly presences, while others believed the faces were a physical manifestation of Maria's anguish and energy. But Maria grew weary. One winter evening, she gathered her courage and addressed the faces. "What do you want from me?" she cried, her voice trembling. The air turned icy. Her breath hung in the room like smoke, and then, for the first time, the faces changed in unison. Their expressions softened into something almost human, almost kind, before slowly fading into the stone. From that night on, the faces never appeared again. Maria lived the rest of her days in peace, though she never forgot the faces or the whispers. Visitors continued to flock to her village, drawn by the legends of the Belmez faces. Some say the spirits were finally at rest. Others believe they are still there, sitting in the walls, waiting for someone to disturb their slumber. If you ever visit this village in Spain, Belmez de la Moraleda, don't linger too long before you get chills in your body. For who knows, those faces may reappear, or who knows, maybe they are watching. This story is real, and you can Google it in the internet and find out what it is. If you are one of those who would like to visit the place and get the chills in person, please do. See you on the next one.